This one is from Janet. How do lawyers decide how much your case should be worth? That's a great question.
Yeah, Janet, it's an excellent question, and this is probably the number one reason why you hire an attorney. Sometimes they say you just take a dart and throw it up on the board and that's what it's worth. Sometimes it's 10 times medical specials. Every case is different. Literally, there's probably 250 to 300 variables that we take into account. Of course, we start with the big items. How has that had an effect on your life? What are your medical bills? What are your lost wages? What are your future medical wages? What are your future medical damages? What's going to happen to you, and really how has this had an overall effect in your life? So the basics are, and it used to be years ago that people would say, all right, well, if a good settlement was 3 times special damages. So if you had $200 in medical bills, a $600 settlement was a good idea. But I've had cases, Courtney, where it's just a few $1,000s and it's ended up being $1 million settlement, and sometimes vice versa. It's a $500,000 medical bills and it only settles for $500,000. So there's a lot of different variables that go into it, Janet. There's no direct science. In fact, when you sit on a jury, the judge even says, use your best judgment to determine certain types of damages. For instance, the economic damages and the non-economic damages. It's left up to your good judgment as to what it would be. So you need to go to an attorney that is experienced, that has a wealth and depth of cases that they've worked on. Our firm has handled literally thousands of cases here in the Panhandle over the last 12 years, and we have the experience to go through and determine what the appropriate value range is for your case. So every case is different. There's many, many variables that we take into account, and sometimes it's the small nuanced variables, like we just had in a recent case, that actually produced several hundreds of thousands of dollars more, just understanding what the law is and how it interacts with that particular client's case. So there you go.
Thanks, Janet, for your question.